You can identify almost every version of Godzilla by one detail alone: the spines. From 1954 to today, Godzilla's dorsal plates have changed constantly. Jagged, rounded, glowing, broken, sharper, wider, and sometimes completely redesigned. So let's go through them in order. In 1954, the original Godzilla's spines were jagged and bone-like, helping make him feel ancient, scarred, and unnatural. In 1955, the design became a little slimmer and sharper, matching the faster, more aggressive feel of Godzilla Raids Again. By 1962, King Kong vs. Godzilla gave the spines a rougher, more flexible look for Godzilla's first movie in color. In 1964, Mothra vs. Godzilla brought back a cleaner, more classic silhouette, with plates that still felt sharp but more balanced. From 1965 to 1966, the Monster Era spines became simpler and more action-friendly, fitting Godzilla's shift into a more heroic monster. In 1967, Son of Godzilla softened the design, with rounder shapes that matched the movie's lighter, more family-focused tone. From 1968 to 1972, the Destroy All Monsters style became one of the classic Showa looks, familiar, clean, and built for big monster action. And from 1973 to 1975, the Gojira-Goji era kept that late Showa heroic feel, with spines that were less terrifying and more recognizable as the Godzilla kids cheered for. In 1984, the return of Godzilla gave the spines a darker, sharper look, helping reset Godzilla as a serious force of destruction again. In 1989, Goji brought the spines back with real weight, larger, sharper, and much more intimidating. In 1992, Goji kept the heavy Heisei silhouette, with spines that felt dramatic and perfectly built for atomic breath charge-ups. And in 1995, Burning Godzilla turned the spines into warning lights, glowing with unstable energy as Godzilla moved toward meltdown. In 1999 and 2000, Goji completely changed the formula, with huge, jagged purple spines that made Godzilla feel wild, aggressive, and brand new. In 2001, Goji used sharp, bone-white plates to match one of the darkest and most supernatural versions of Godzilla ever made. From 2002 to 2003, Goji brought the design closer to classic Godzilla again, with strong, clean plates that fit the more grounded Mechagodzilla story. And in 2004, Final Goji streamlined everything, giving Godzilla leaner spines for a faster, more athletic final boss version of the character. With Shin Godzilla, especially the fourth form, the spines became jagged, twisted, and almost diseased, like the body was still evolving in real time. In Godzilla Earth, the spines became massive and almost geological, matching a Godzilla so huge he felt less like an animal and more like a living planet. In Singular Point, the spines took on a sharper, stranger, almost chaotic shape, fitting a version of Godzilla tied to mystery, science, and evolution. And in -1, the spines felt rugged, sharp, and explosive, built around one of the most terrifying atomic breath sequences in the franchise. In 2014, legendary Godzilla had broad, muted spines that felt ancient and grounded, like part of a massive prehistoric animal. In 2019, the MonsterVerse redesigned them into a more classic maple leaf shape, clearly inspired by the original Godzilla silhouette. In 2021, those same plates became even more tied to energy and power, glowing bright before Godzilla's atomic breath. And in 2024, Evolved Godzilla pushed the design into a completely new direction, with pink, sharper, energy-charged spines that made the mutation impossible to miss. That's why Godzilla's spines matter so much. They are not just decoration. They tell you the era, the tone, the power, and sometimes even the story. Change the spines, and you change the monster.